Yo, what is good guys? Welcome back to another video where today we'll be speaking about the Game Week 9 Premier League matches, and we will go and predict them as well. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get straight into it. Now we have Liverpool versus Everton, the Merseyside derby I believe, and should be an easy game for Liverpool, so let's start with them. They've been doing pretty well recently. That midfield is doing pretty decent, and Everton on the other hand, they aren't doing too well. They did get out of the relegation zone, which is a positive, and Sean Dyche isn't doing too bad, but could be doing better, and my prediction is a 3-1 win for Liverpool. And we move on to Brentford versus Burnley. Now this should be, I see it being like a tight game, so let's start with Brentford, a not bad team if I'm honest. Tony is coming back into the team, and so far not as good as last season in my opinion. Now Burnley, they've been struggling bad in the Premier League. They're actually in 18th place at the moment in the relegation zone, and Company wants to play a style of play that I just don't think it really suits the players, and I think they might get relegated as well. The 2-1 win for Brentford is my prediction. Now we move on to Nottingham Forest versus Luton. Should be a interesting game. Now Nottingham Forest so far, they aren't doing too bad. As I always say, Gibbs White is their star player. And Luton Town, they are a newly promoted team. They are struggling quite a bit, I would say. And the fans are still believing in this team somehow, even though they're not doing well. But I see this game being a 2-0 win for Forest. And we move on to Newcastle versus Crystal Palace. This should be a easy W for Newcastle. So they are balling in the UCL. They're doing pretty well. And in the Premier League, they're a bit lower from last season. Probably because they're more focused on the Champions League. On to Crystal Palace, a underrated team for sure. They have Eze and Elise, great talents. They are ballers, and so far they're in 9th place, which is pretty good for a team like them. But I see Newcastle winning this game 3-1. Now we move on to Manchester City versus Brighton. Now this is a big game. Let's start with Manchester City. They've actually dropped a bit in form. They lost to Arsenal 1-0 before the international break, and they've been missing Rodri in the past few games, which is not good due to his red card I believe he got. And on to Brighton, a pretty good team. They play such nice football, as I always say, and Ferguson, the Irish striker, is a class player. A lot of teams are looking at him at the moment, but I see Man City winning this 3-2. And we move on to Bournemouth versus Wolves. Now, in my opinion, this is probably going to be a boring game, but let's go with Bournemouth first, a struggling team this season. They are in 19th place without a win, by the way, in the Premier League. They need to figure something out, like get out of that relegation zone. They gotta figure something out. On to Wolves, doing not too bad. Wang Hee-chan is doing well for the team. I saw like a stat where he has like the best converted goals in the Premier League so far, and he has been balling this season. To be fair, he's been doing well, and my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Wolves. Now we move on to the derby, a London derby, Chelsea versus Arsenal. This will be a great game. Chelsea, they have been struggling a bit. Poch has had a rough start at Chelsea, but Mudryk on the other hand has finally scored for Chelsea. Like, Chelsea fans have waited a few games for him to score, and he's finally done it. On to Arsenal. I mean, we have been balling. We are undefeated this season. And we beat Man City in our last game 1-0 before the international break. So it's looking good so far for us. And I see Arsenal winning this game 3-1. Now we have Sheffield versus Manchester United. This should be a easy win for Manchester United. But Sheffield's, all I gotta say about this team is yikes. They are struggling hard. Not a single win so far in the league. They actually are bottom of the table. And Man United, on the other hand, they've been in not bad form. People have been wondering if Ten Hag is gonna get sacked or not, but personally, I do not think he will get sacked. I see Man United actually winning this game 3-0 with a clean sheet. Now we have Aston Villa versus West Ham. I'm excited to watch this one actually. Should be a pretty tight one. A team I rate a lot, honestly. It looks like they are a great winning side and it looks like they could win something this season. And Unai Emery, fantastic job, and credit him for what he's done at the club. And on to West Ham. They're doing pretty well this season. I would say they are a underrated team and they got a lot of great players on the team which they brought in the summer, and also they're just playing well together so far. But I see this game being like a 1-1 draw. Now the last and final game we have is Tottenham versus Fulham. This should be a easy win for Spurs. So let's start with Tottenham. As much as it pains me to say, Maddison and Son have been balling out for that team. That team's playing really, really well. They're actually top of the league as we speak. On to Fulham, I mean, they are doing okay. Marco Silva doing a decent job. They sit in 12th place in the Premier League and they play some good football at times, which is a positive. Now my prediction is going to be a 3-0 win for Tottenham. Now thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did not check out my video on Hazard's retirement, it will be right up here, wrong side, right up here, and go check it out if you'd like to see me talk about Hazard's retirement, about his career, etc. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.